Hey everyone, this is Aaron from RunningYourMind.com. This is video number 2. Wow, I'm so excited. This is going to be so boss. Today we're going to be talking about how to go from couch to half marathon in 3 weeks. I did it and you could do it too. I wouldn't suggest it. It's possible to do. And actually I've seen videos of people going straight into marathon without any training. But I think that's also very not so smart. Anyway, this was really the beginning of my transition, so I'm going to give you the full story of how this happened. I was inspired by a video by what's her name? Yes Theory. Yes Theory inspired me because they did one of those things. They just signed up for a marathon and they did some crazy stuff like that. And I'm like, I gotta do that too. So I found the most the closest marathon that I could sign up to legitimately, and it was 6 months away. This was back in March 2019. I was looking for a marathon and I found one 6 months later called the Bible Marathon, which I didn't end up doing anyway, but I learned a lot from training. So when I signed up for it, I immediately got into it. I was talking to friends. I logged into Strava to start tracking my runs and also get encouragement for all the fun runs that I'll be doing. And so in the middle of my training, like right in the beginning actually, my wife says to me, oh, look, actually it wasn't my wife, it was my mother-in-law. She sent me a link to a half marathon, 10K and 5K and other stuff that was happening locally 3 weeks later. And I'm like, oh, I'll sign up for the half marathon. And my wife looks at me like I'm crazy. And I said, yeah, I'm pretty much out of my mind. I did it anyway, and I survived, and I finished the marathon in 2 hours and 11 minutes. That's basically what it looks like. It was pretty glorious. It was pretty incredible. I'm very proud of myself that I did it, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it too. So this is my schedule. Really, I just pulled this off of Strava because I have it completely saved. It's from 2019. And we'll go through it slowly. My first run, I didn't even know I was going to do the half marathon, but I just did it. So my first run after getting off of the couch was 2.38 kilometers. This was March 8th on a Friday. I'm just going to start running, and that's what I did. 2 kilometers. That's about it. And I felt great after that one. I remember feeling amazing. Like, wow, this is going to be good training. My second run, preparing for this, I was actually preparing for the marathon, ended up being my longest run. I broke 5K. I did 7.32 kilometers in about 45 minutes and 29 seconds. That's what I have logged here. And that was March 10th on the next Sunday. So I was probably running maybe 3 times a week. So, yeah. Every time I ran, I wanted to make sure I was really breaking my head. It was all a mental challenge, and I was always trying to say in my head that I could do more than this. I could go further. I could push harder, and that was my whole plan. So I remember my thought process: I'm gonna always run more than 5 kilometers. That was my whole. There's a few times when I ran a little bit less, but that was on purpose, just for a speed test, which is gonna come up. Okay, so my fourth run, which was a third of that week, was a Friday, March 15th. It was my first 10K, 10.3 kilometers. And I do remember that there was a crazy hill on it, which I stopped running in the middle just to catch my breath, and I continued again. And from then on, I put into this mindset that no matter what, I'm not going to stop. I know there's no shame in stopping, just to take a breather. There's none at all, and I encourage it if you need it. But that was just the mindset to get me going, to get me used to a lot of kilometers. Okay, so then my next run, which was on the following Monday, March 18th, was a 5 kilometer. It was about 28 minutes, 5.48 kilometers. I remember feeling great after that. And then I did a run the next day on a Tuesday, March 19th. And that was my first nonstop 10K, 10.1 kilometer. And it was about a 56-minute run. So I was having decent times for a 10 kilometer to end up doing twice that. And I think around that time is when I signed up for the half marathon. I'm going to do this anyway. And then I did a speed test the following Monday. So actually I did 2 runs that week. So I was doing average 2 to 3 runs per week, and that was enough to get me prepared for my first half marathon. The next Monday I did a speed test, 2.42 kilometers in about 11 minutes, which was about a minute and a half faster than the first time I did it. Because I was comparing from my first run. So I was already gaining. And then I ran the following Wednesday, meaning I went from Monday to Wednesday with no running. So that's, and I did a 10K again, 10.35 kilometers in 58 minutes, a little bit slower than my first time. And then that Friday, March 29th, I did my first 15K, which is breaking a barrier. So apparently once you break the 15 kilometer mark, that's when things start changing in your body physiologically when you're running. That was an hour and a half run. And it was great. And then I had one more run before my half marathon, which was in April 5th. So I had one more, which was on a Tuesday. So I only did 2 runs the week. I only did 1 run before the week of the marathon, which was Tuesday. So from Friday, from my 15K to my half marathon, which was the next Friday, I did 1 more run, and that was a 6.67 kilometer run with a crazy hill. I remember that one. It was insane. It was a 38-minute run, and I used that to really help me. And then I just rested and recovered from Tuesday until Friday, which was my first marathon on a Friday, which I ran my first half kilometer in 2 hours and 11 minutes. And I was very proud of myself for accomplishing that. I was actually really emotional because I was able to pull through and do such an incredible feat of going from couch to half marathon in such little amount of time. Whether that is a smart thing to do or not, I don't know. It really depends on your body and what you feel you're capable of. I didn't know I was capable of it at the time, and I think breaking that barrier showed that I can accomplish anything. And which leads me to my next goal, which is going to be, I'm not sure yet, but it's in about 3.5 months. It's either a 100-kilometer ultra or a 100-miler. I am still jumping in my head which one I'm going to do. It's probably smart that I just do the 100K because I haven't actually done a full marathon in my life. And 3.5 months to prepare for that is also a tiny amount of time. So, and I think what we're going to do is utilize this channel to track that progress. Anyway, I'm going to be creating a spreadsheet of how I prepared for this half marathon in 3 weeks, so you could follow along and try it for yourself. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and hit that subscribe button because it will help me a lot to see how I'm helping you and if that works out. Anyways, have an amazing day, have an amazing week, and keep on running.